ASEAN. Who knew? I've been going to the wrong toilets all my life. So young people, from now on you can't call me auntie, it's uncle. Talking about young people, right? I was walking in Langkawi Farm the other day, dressed up all sexy. And this young boy tried to pick me up with the worst pickup line ever. He said, hey, I'm totally into old women. So I said, so am I, so fuck off. And then he looked at my cleavage, right? And he said, now that's a big cleavage. I said to him, Hong Kong government has said that as long as you're fully vaccinated, you can keep everything open till 4 a.m. And on the same day, right, I went to Wan Chai. I went to visit an old age home in Wan Chai. And when I went there, the doctor showed me this elderly gentleman. And he said he's got Alzheimer's. And it was so depressing. And then the doctor said he doesn't remember that he's been married. I said, that's not so bad then. Must be a man's disease, right? I love watching men with Alzheimer's in Wan Chai. I mean, old white men in Wan Chai. I can see some of them here. And it's Wan Chai, right? It doesn't even matter what you're wearing. Like one time I was wearing a sari. And this guy came up to me and he said, hey, how much? I know I'm in Wan Chai, but I'm wearing a sari. Have you tried to remove one of those? Guys, by the time you take it off, it's time to get back to your wife. Even Justin Bieber wrote a song about that. Do you know that? It's called Sari. Do you want me to sing the song? Is it too late to take off your sari? 'Cause I need to get home in a hurry. This is how we talk, you know, guys, Indians, blunt, no filter at all, right, guys? Yeah, this Italian lady came up to me one time and she said, is your husband well hung? I said, well, I tried, but the rope snapped. And you know, the Indian aunties are the world's worst, okay? They especially come out during Diwali. This Indian auntie came up to me one time. She said, oh, Maitreyi, you're still fat? I thought you joined the gym. I said, oh, auntie, you're still alive? I thought COVID got you. And it was evening time, right? So she said, oh, Maitreyi, let me come and see what you eat. I said, oh, auntie, in an hour's time I'm going to take a shit. Why don't you come there and see what I eat? Yeah, but this straight talking thing is a very Asian thing, right? I mean, when I first came to Hong Kong, I had put on a lot of weight. And I heard so many people say, you so fat, you so fat, you so fat. I thought that was my Chinese name. But seriously, guys, I mean, if you feel fat one day, right, and you need some assurance, go to an American woman. No, hear me out. You tell her, I feel fat today. She'll say, honey, you're not fat, you're voluptuous. Hashtag body confidence. Because no matter how fat you get, you're still going to be an American size small, right? I made the mistake of going to an Asian woman. See what happened, I was in Thailand one time, I was getting myself a massage. I was lying on the massage table, naked, feeling awkward, my fat floating around. And so I needed some assurance, right? So I said to my masseuse, I said, so much fat, right? And she said, yeah. That was it. Indian stores in Hong Kong are very dodgy, right? So this happened one time to me, okay? So I ordered groceries online. When the groceries came, I started checking for expiry date, as you should. Coffee had expired, so called the owner. The owner was very apologetic. He said, "I'm so sorry, madam. My staff forgot to change the expiry date on your bottle." Hey, but we have an Indian Prime Minister in Great Britain right now. Yeah. Rishi Sunak. Even the Queen was like, "Fuck this," and died before she could see that happen. I was talking about this with my very Indian uncle, right? And he was very proud. He said, "We will make Britain great again." Do you see the irony in an Indian guy saying we will make Britain great again? What are we going to do? Colonize ourselves? I think Rishi Sunak is a secret agent. I think he's an Indian James Bond. 000. Code name Brown Finger. On the personal front, guys, I turned 50 this year. Yummy mommy, right, Sunil? He's blushing. The doctor said to me that I've got high cholesterol. He said, "Throw away all your worries." So I threw my husband out. I threw my son out. I threw my helper out. And then I said, "No, not my helper," and I brought her back in. How many here love your helpers more than your husbands? She's brave. The rest of you are fucking liars. Aren't you? There are so many advantages of having a helper over a husband. Yeah, for one, she can remember you have children, right? I also am having my midlife crisis quite late in life, so I got myself a personal trainer. I know what you're thinking, not for sex, no. My trainer is a Pakistani. Sorry, Indian guys. But I'll tell you this much. If you're an Indian, get yourself a Pakistani personal trainer. He has all the motivation in the world to kill you. Every session is encouraging words are, "Maitreyi, you are old, but you can do this." So I thought I need to insult him as well, right? So I gave him an ultimate insult one day. I went up to him and I said, "You are Pakistani." I think I won that one, right? How many here are married for more than 4 years? Sunil? Married for more than 4 years? Do you still have sex? Don't remember? Man with Alzheimer? Do you still have sex, Sunil? I mean with your wife, silly. He's like, "I'm having a lot of sex, I don't know what she's doing." Did you know he was having a lot of sex? Guys, I've been married for 29 years now. My husband is so lazy. All my friends' husbands are such babe magnets. I don't know how I got stuck with this fridge magnet, right? Throughout the pandemic, right, he kept saying, "Oh, I hope the gym opens soon. I hope the gym opens soon." I said, "Why?" He said, "To close my membership." He does get romantic, guys. He does get romantic on Valentine's Day. He takes my helper out for dinner. But he buys me presents, right? And it's always what he wants, but he makes it look like it's good for me. Like last year for my birthday, he bought me a coffee machine. I don't drink coffee. So I said to him, "Honey, what am I going to do with this?" He said, "You can make me coffee, honey." So this year, for his birthday, guys, I bought him a dildo. Now he won't give it back. I don't know if he's finally found his G-spot years of marriage. I'm sure Sunil knows this, right? Sex with my husband feels like incest. Now hear me out, okay? Hear me out. This happened. We were lying next to each other, right? And I needed something across there. So I did this. And I brushed past his dick. Both of us looked at each other and we froze. Finally, my husband said, "Did you just touch my dick?" I didn't know what to say. I said, "Sorry, bro." Also, right after so long lying next to each other, I feel like my husband has forgotten where his body ends and mine begins. Right? Like the other day, his hand was on my ass. And I thought, ooh, finally I'm getting some. And then he started scratching it. I hope he doesn't start smelling it, right? You know what they say, right? Happy wife, happy life. Happy husband, suspicious wife. My husband is always happy. So I thought, let me try this, right? I need to check this. So one day I dressed up all sexy. I stood by the door when he came back from the office and I said, "Honey, you have a choice to make. Beer or me?" He stared at me for a very long time. And then he said, "You know I can't take decisions that quickly. Get me a beer and I'll think about it." Yeah. And sometimes young girls come, right, to my shows and they get very offended by husband jokes because they're not married, right? So they don't get it. So one time this happened, true story, okay? This girl came up to me and she said, "I think you need a therapist," and gave me a therapist number. I said, "Honey, I think you need a husband," and I gave her mine. Now let's see who needs a therapist, right? I have an arranged marriage, guys. And my Western friends, they don't get it. They keep saying, how does it work? How does it work? I told them, look, it's very simple. You have sex with a different stranger every night. We have sex with the same stranger every night. Until he's not a stranger anymore. And that's when we stop having sex. Same result, right? This is not an open invitation, by the way. Except for you, maybe Sunil. You look rich. His wife is like, take him, leave his money. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.